All right, all you mamas, this video is for you. If you are finding yourself at home all of a sudden with your kiddos and you're kind of going bananas, I want you to continue to watch this video because I'm going to share with you a few ways that I have implemented so that I didn't lose my marbles with my own children when I started homeschooling them and running my online coaching and mentoring business. So if this is the first time that you are listening to one of my videos, my name is Julie Cloutier and I am a master intuitive life strategist, and I help women step into their power and start living their life like the woman that they were born to be. So let's talk about being at home full time with our kids that we love, who we love immensely. But at the same time, we are also passionate about something else. Maybe you are working from home. Maybe you are an entrepreneur, such as myself. And now you have to start learning how to juggle, right? You have to start juggling between your role as a mom and also your responsibilities in your professional life. So how do I do this without losing my mind? I'll be honest with you, it took me a while to figure this out because, even though I wanted to homeschool my children, I still wanted to show up in this world as the teacher that I know I was born to be. And I know this because I am a master intuitive numerologist. And when I discovered numerology a decade ago, I finally discovered my soul purpose. I finally discovered my soul blueprint. I finally had something that was tangible and, that I could actually put my hands on and have all these confirmations that, yes, I was meant to teach what I have learned. Yes, I was meant to share my light. Yes, I was meant to be a coach and mentor for women so that they can do the same thing, so that they can start showing up in life as well and stop living a mediocre life, stop settling, right? So how do I do this? How do I juggle? Well, first things first, you need to prioritize, okay? It needs to be really clear in your mind what it is that you need to accomplish in one day, what is important, okay? And then I don't want it to be more than 5 things, because more than that, you're going to be overwhelmed. Even 5 things, I find that that's a little too much, but I'll give you 5, okay? So for example, for me, homeschooling is one of my top 3s. So I set time for me to homeschool my 2 boys, okay? And within that time frame, I actually, how do I say this? I actually created like a step-by-step process. It's not so much like 9 o'clock, I'm doing this, 10 o'clock, we're doing this, but there is a flow, okay? Because I'll tell you one thing, when you are working from home with your children, you need to be flexible, okay? So it's great to have structure, but still have that flexibility in that structure because you never know what can happen, okay? So, priorities. My second one is my online business, of course. And my third one is my own well-being. Please don't forget yourself. Please make sure that that is one of your top priorities, because if you're not showing up as your best self, then you're just going to be burnt out at the end of this whole thing. Okay, now we don't know if this is going to last for months or just weeks. We don't know. And if you are an entrepreneur and you do have little ones at home, then this is going to be for a long time. It could be for another few years. So you really need to put yourself in these priorities, in these top priorities. And that is a lesson that I had to learn. And it was a tough one because I went through 2 burnouts, not 1, but 2. And the biggest life lesson that I can teach you is put yourself first, because if you don't, nobody else will. Okay, and in order for you to show up as a great mom, as a great entrepreneur, or whatever it is that you do as a career, you need to take care of yourself first. So make sure that you carve out some time every day for yourself, even if it's just a 20-minute walk or, a 20-minute bath. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You need to fill up that cup of yours so that you don't run on empty. Okay? Now, what I do with my children when we homeschool is that I outsource it too. I mean, it is amazing what you can find online when it comes to homeschooling your children or keeping them busy or whatever it is. And it doesn't have to be video games, okay? I am not too keen or fond of video games, but my two boys would love to just spend all day long playing them. And so I have found other ways for them to use technology. So I invite you to start looking at how else can you enhance their learning, during the day in a non-traditional way. I make sure that they always have things to do, arts and crafts, and I always make sure that they have that time to go play outside. And what I do is I combine my well-being with their outdoor time so that we go for a walk with our dog, so that we do play outside, whether it's in the snow or if it's not snowing where you are, you can go maybe to a beach or your backyard, have a picnic, anything. We can start combining two things so that it doesn't eat up our time, so to speak. So for instance, I love to do yoga. So I take out my mat in the morning, and while I do stretches and I do my practice, I just chat it up with my youngest one because he's an early riser. And so we talk, about things, and we start discussing things, and sometimes he'll grab a book and you'll start reading from the book. And so you can do so many things. Another thing I love to do is to drink my coffee in the morning. I'm not too sure if you're a coffee drinker like I am, but it could be a nice cup of tea. And I grab a book and we start reading, right, while I'm having my coffee and while he's having his breakfast, so that, again, I'm combining two things at the same time. So if you want to have more, more ideas or more tips on how to better structure your day, then just reach out to me. You can drop a comment in the comments, or you can private message me. So on that, I'm going to wish you all a lot of love and a lot of light. Ciao for now.